Hello everyone and welcome back to Half-Life. So, we are currently in Zen. Yes, the alien world. Just take a look around. But anyway, last time we were in the Lambda complex. The final area of Black Mesa we needed to be to stop the invasion. And the whole time in that last episode we were making our way up to the top level of this machine called the Lambda reactor core, and the top level was an area called the Lambda Labs, where this large machine the reactor core was powering was being kept. And when we got to the Lambda Labs, we found out that that machine was a portal. A portal that was going to take us to the alien world, where we are right now, in order to kill a large alien creature that is holding open the portal on his side and sending his alien warriors through. And, well, sorry my voice cracked. God dang it. It takes all the intensity out of the scene. But anyway, and well, here we are. Now, there are a couple things I want to say about the Zen chapters. So, first of all, through all the Zen chapters, I'm not gonna be saying the alien holding open the portal's name until we fight him. So for now, I'm just gonna be referring to him as the gatekeeper. I don't know, I just think it sounds kinda, more ominous and cooler that way. But anyway, the second thing is... Oh yeah, sorry, I kind of forgot for a second. Through these chapters, Gordon will be hearing a voice in his head. And no, he's not going insane, though he probably is by now. That gatekeeper is actually talking to him telepathically. And, well, he doesn't speak English very well. I mean, he's an alien from an entirely other dimension, so what do you expect? So, whenever he says something to Gordon, I'm gonna be kind of, like, interpreting it for you. And when we first entered into Zen, back in the last episode, he said to Gordon, "Comes another." Well... But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. Well, let me reload my Magnum first. Now, our eventual goal for this first section of Zen is to get down to that center platform there. And to do that, first we're going to have to long jump from this platform to that one. And also, in the Lambda Labs in the last episode, we got a neat little addition to our suit called the long jump module. It's basically just like a little jetpack type device that allows us to, well, long jump, or jump farther distances. So let's go ahead and use it to get from here to there. And as soon as we land over here, a Vortigaunt will spawn in on that platform over there, so we'll take out the crossbow and kill him. And I need to turn down my volume a little bit. There we go. And he's dead. Now there are a couple things I want to talk about on the platform we're standing on. First of all, we have a couple items. First off, we have a health pack, which is really nice to have, and an armor battery, which is also really nice to have. But we also have something a little less nice to have. Yeah. We have a dead guy in an HEV suit. Yeah, an HEV suit just like the one Gordon Freeman is wearing. Which means that the Black Mesa scientists were sending people to Zen before me. either to collect things like the crystal that caused this whole catastrophe in the first place, or to do the job I'm trying to do right now. And let's just say that this guy pretty obviously didn't succeed. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. So from here, we'll long jump to that platform. And we're going to take out the shotgun, because as soon as we land over there... Yep, a Vortigaunt will spawn in. And he's now dead. But not only that, behind this spire here, a hound eye will spawn in. Yeah, a hound eye. We haven't seen these guys in a while. And you guys know I hate killing hound eyes, but we're gonna have to. Poor hound eye. But anyway, from here, we start our journey on navigating the platforms that are rotating around these large spires. I said that weird spires. Anyway, and the first one we're gonna long jump to is this one, rotating around this first large spire. So when it comes back around and it's in front of us, we'll just long jump to it. Getting kind of bored. Hurry up! Okay, here it comes. And long jump. Whew, I made it. That jump always scares me. But anyway, the second platform we're gonna land on is the highest of the two, circling around this spire. So, I'm just gonna fall down onto it. And we made it. And I'm gonna turn down my volume because I can barely hear myself think. Okay, there we go. And then the third platform we're gonna land on is the lowest of the two circling this spire. There it is. No! Okay guys, I'm back. Now we're just gonna wait for it to meet up with this and then just fall down onto it. Okay, I landed. Yeah, I don't mean to blame me failing on, you know, the game mechanics or whatever. Or just like blame it on, oh, it's my ADHD, man, it makes me not able to focus and I can't land it, oh, blah 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 blah, you know. But I just feel like, because I'm so afraid of falling off that my brain actually like it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. I think it's gonna happen, so I do little things to make it happen without knowing it. But anyway, the next platform we're gonna be landing on is the higher of the two circling around this spire. So we'll wait for these two platforms to kind of meet up, and then we'll just jump to that one. Yeah, we don't even have to long jump, we'll just jump. Even though it does look kind of far away, when these two meet up, it's actually pretty easy. Or not easy, but pretty close. And of course, I spent too much time talking, and now I gotta wait for them to go around 15 million times to meet up. This is the problem with doing walkthroughs. You know, you gotta explain everything, and then you miss your chance half the time. Okay, here we go. Just jump. And I made it. And then we'll just crouch down and fall onto the lowest of the two platforms. And then we'll crouch down and fall onto the center platform. And we have finally made it to the center platform.
6.5 hours later.
What do we do? Hey look, there's some stars over here. Let's go check them out. Well, as you can see here, there is a lower level to this center platform, and sticking out from it is this large horizontal spire. So, we're gonna fall down from here and land on that. But before we do so, we're gonna take out the pistol and kill this hound eye. Now, Iron Man, I know you're watching this, and I know you love hound eyes as much as I do, so just close your eyes. Poor hound eye. By the way, Iron Man is my friend's nickname. I'm not actually friends with Tony Stark. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and turn up my volume, by the way. And then, we'll fall down and land on this spire. And we landed safely. Yeah, not even a scratch. That's the cool thing, is Zen actually has pretty low gravity, or at least a little lower than on Earth. So it makes falls from pretty dangerous looking heights actually pretty harmless. But anyway, from here, what we're gonna do is crouch jump onto that ledge. But make sure you don't get too close to the ledge, because as you can see, it's kind of at an angle. And if you're too close to it and you try to crouch jump onto it, yeah, you just get rocketed backwards. So I like to stand about right here, and then just crouch jump onto the ledge. And we made it. Now, I guess all we really have to do here is just explore around this area. And first of all, I want to talk about these. This is a Zen plant light, or at least that's what they were called on the Half-Life Wiki. I don't really know what they're called, but I get that's, as far as I can tell, the most agreed upon name. But anyway, these are just orange and yellow plants that are really tall and have this yellow light on the end of it. Or on the end of them. I'm using a lot of weird grammar here. And they just kind of sway back and forth. But the thing is, if you get too close to them, their light shuts off and they hide down in the base. Which is really cool. But if you back up, they realize it's safe and they come back out. Which is really interesting and really cool. And now I know, and these don't really affect you in any way, these things, but, and I know that makes it seem like a time waster to talk about them, but honestly I don't really think it is, because things like these create great atmosphere, and atmosphere, in my opinion, and a lot of others' opinion, is one of the things that make the Half-Life games so great. But anyway, let's continue on. And as you can see here, suspended from the ceiling is this purple crystal. And the thing is, these are electrically charged. And if you get too close to them, they will electrocute you. So what I do to take care of them is just whip out the pistol, and then shoot at the base of the crystal to destroy them. And by the base, I mean what I'm aiming at right now. Not the stem or the crystal itself, the base. Apparently that's where the hitbox is, I don't know why. And it's finally dead. Jesus Christ. Yeah, the lamb flangs are tough. But anyway, let's continue on. And as you can see, in this little alcove, God, I can't talk today. Anyway, in this little alcove, Sam, pull yourself together. In this little alcove, we have a health pack. But before we grab it, we're going to go ahead and destroy this crystal. That's one magazine wasted so far. And it's finally destroyed. Jeez. And now we'll continue on into the alcove and grab the health pack. Yeah, sorry I'm kind of messing up my speech today. Once again, I don't mean to blame my mistakes on, like, outside forces, but today was my first full day of school, and I'm in 8th grade, so it was pretty hard on me. I have a pretty hard life. Anyway. Now, we are going to continue on around this corner, but oh crap, there he is. Oh, thank God he didn't see me. We're going to take out the machine gun, because around this corner is a hound eye. R.I.P. and pepperoni's little hound eye. I'm sorry, just... Okay, I'm alright. Anyway, let's continue on. But as you can see, we have yet another crystal. So we're going to take out the pistol. Hey, that rhymed. And we'll destroy it. That's one magazine wasted so far. Finally. And once again, we will continue around this corner in a second, but we're going to take out the machine gun because around the corner are a couple of hound eyes. First one's dead, and here comes the second one. And it's dead. And we will continue on in a second, but first we're going to take out the pistol and destroy this final crystal finally. Man, these things were getting annoying. One magazine wasted so far. And I say that like one magazine wasted on this crystal. I'm not saying like in total. I don't have memory that bad. And it's finally destroyed. And that's all the crystals. In this area, at least. I can't really remember very well if there's any in future areas, but I don't think so. Anyway, let's continue on. And we have a couple things of note here. First of all, we have yet another dead guy in an HEV suit. Spooky. But we also have this. It's like a pool full of this strange chemical. Well, let's jump inside. Yes, that's what you should do when you come across a liquid you've never seen before that could possibly be toxic. Jump inside. Anyway, what this is a health pool or a healing pool. And, as the name implies, if you jump inside it, as long as you're inside it, it will heal you back up to 100% health, which is really nice. And these will be kind of like our alternative to first aid machines in Zen. And in my opinion, they aren't really as good as first aid machines because even though they never really run out of health, they do heal you pretty slowly, but they're the best alternative we've got. Better than a zero, as my dad would say, or my mom, or anybody in my family. A lot of people say that, actually. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's continue on. And as you can see, we've come across this little cave entrance here. So let's go inside. And as you can see, we've come across this little entrance into this weird room. Or at least I think it's a weird room. I can't really see inside because these vines that we saw in the chapter Forget About Freeman are blocking the way. So we'll go ahead and bash them. And we enter into a now confirmed to be weird room. And once again, there are a couple things of note here. First of all, are these things. Now, upon first glance, these things kind of look like oversized head crabs with way too many legs. But if you try to kill them, yeah, you just get the sound like you're whacking a piece of metal. So then you start to think, oh, well maybe these are like statues. Possibly statues of the gatekeeper. But if you look on top of them, you can see that they have this little hole for breathing, possibly. And as you can see, they're clearly moving. So these must just be some kind of weird Zen vegetation. And once again, I know, since these things don't really affect you at all, this is just kind of like a time waster to talk about them. But once again, it's good to point out these things because these things add great atmosphere, and once again, great atmosphere is one of the reasons the Half-Life series is such a great game. Series. Like I said, I can't talk, so don't even listen to what I'm saying right now. But anyway, the second thing of note, and the most important thing, is this. A teleporter. And it's a teleporter we're going to be using to advance through Zen. And it's going to take us to the next section. But as you can see, there isn't a portal inside of it as of now. So, how are we supposed to go through? Well, it's currently deactivated, and we're going to have to activate it. And if you go to these three corners of the room, you see these weird mushroom type things with these claws on the top of them and this little bulb inside. So what we're gonna do is open the claws on these three up. And now that they're open, we'll go over here, where we have this large, almost cage of that weird vine material we saw on the entrance to this cave. And inside are three little moth-like creatures. So, let's let them out. And as soon as we let them out, they're gonna land on top of the three mushroom type things. And when they do, yeah, that got the teleporter working. And as you can see, spikes are rising and lowering from the ceiling and floor, so I'm gonna go through this portal before I get crushed. Gonarch's lair. And we enter into the next area of Zen. And we have a couple head crabs, so we'll go ahead and kill them with the pistol. What the heck is that thing? Jesus Christ, I'm gonna hide behind this rock wall. Everyone, meet Gonarch, the mother of the head crabs. Yeah, if you're wondering why there's so many of the darn things, I know I'm using darn, but you know, I don't know, I'm kind of speaking out my butt right now. Anyway, This is why. Gonarch. Now, if we want the head crabs to stop being born and coming through the portal to Earth, and we also want to advance to the next area of Zen, we're gonna have to kill her. And she has 3 main attacks. She will spit acid at you. She will birth baby head crabs to come attack you from her sack. Yes, this thing has a ball sack. Get over it. Or she will claw you with her giant arms. So, let's go ahead and get this over with. Now her weak spot is, you guessed it, her sack. So what I like to do first is just take out the rocket launcher and start launching rockets at it. And eventually, you will damage her enough. Well, I think I kind of missed her sack. Eventually, I'll go ahead and... Oh, Jesus. Get away from me, you dumb baby head crab. Oh, God. She's coming right after me. I'm gonna start using the magnum now. And here comes a baby head crab. There she goes. Eventually, you will damage her enough that she will get scared and run through this tunnel to the second chamber of her lair. Yeah, she has 3 chambers in her lair, and we have just beaten the first one. And we will chase her into this tunnel in just a minute, but for now we're actually going to explore around this first chamber. And first of all, over by where we spawned in, or teleported in, rather. Kind of want to keep this as immersive as possible, which is why I correct myself when I say spawn. Because I want it to seem more like an experience, not a video game. But anyway, over by where we teleported in, we have 3 things. A dead HEV guy, which I presume was killed by Gonarch herself. Some armor batteries, which are really nice to have. And an ammo canister, which is a really cool item. Basically, whenever these HEV guys will die, they drop these ammo canisters, which are basically, well, canisters with ammo in them. So, let's go ahead and reload all our weapons just to get the most out of this thing. And they're all reloaded. And we'll grab it. And we got some machine gun ammo, some crossbow ammo, and some rockets, which are really nice items to have. But anyway, the second thing I want to show you guys is behind this large rock wall that we first hid behind when we teleported in, we have a little platform floating over there. So let's long jump to it. And on the platform we have a health pool, which is really nice, but I don't really need it, so we'll go ahead and long jump back. And now we will finally give chase to Gonarch into this tunnel. Is give chase a phrase? I've heard that before, but anyway, whatever. So we're gonna make a pit stop right here by this dead HEV guy for an armor battery, which I don't need, but it's really nice to have just in case you do, and an ammo canister. So let's grab it. And we got some rockets, which are going to be really useful in the next area. Okay, now this next area is really difficult. So what you're going to do is just take out the glue-on gun and then run around the corner. And then as soon as you see Gonarch, just immediately start firing at her sack until you run out of ammo. And then take out the RPG. Dang it, I have to reload. Should have done that earlier. And just start firing rockets at her sack. And thankfully she's not charged at me. Okay, there she comes. Just keep firing at her sack. And if she comes after you, like extremely close to you, just run past her like that. And long jump back here into her second chamber. And then just use the shotgun to double barrel blast her sack. This probably sounds really weird to all the family members listening to me recording this, but I don't care. Okay, and she's finally heard enough that she's proceeding on to her third and final stage. And of course, she left some baby head crabs behind for me, so I'll go ahead and take care of them. Yeah, I love head crabs and hound eyes, but I really hate baby head crabs. And because of that, something tells me I'm gonna hate baby hound eyes. But anyway, that is her second stage. I'm really sorry if I had some really bad commentary there, and if you don't really fully understand this area. But that is the best I can do. This area is really difficult, and it goes by really fast. But anyway, let's go ahead and follow Gonarch into her third and final chamber. And we'll just run off and land on that ledge with the blue crystal on it. And we'll do the same for that ledge down there. And there she goes into her final chamber. Now, this next area is, in my opinion, the most annoying section, not the most difficult, but the most annoying section in the entire game. But there's no use prolonging the inevitable, so... Well, let's reload. Totally not stalling at all. But anyway, once I reload, we'll go. Let's do this. We'll slide down into her third and final chamber, and we're gonna take damage, but it doesn't matter. Just grab the armor batteries and the ammo canister. Immediately take out the glue-on gun and just start firing at her sack. And just kill any baby head crabs that are down here. The less of them there are, the better. And then we're just gonna take out the shotgun and continually double barrel blast her sack. Die, you stupid things. Leave me alone. And eventually, when you shoot her sack enough, yes, she'll fall through like that, and then just blast her sack with the magnum until, yes, she falls over and she blows up. But of course, we can't have nice things, because as soon as she dies, a million little baby head crabs will come out of her. So just stand in a corner and swing your crowbar until they all die. My voice cracked, but I don't even care at this point. I just want them all to go away. Is that all of them? That better be all of them, because if it's not, I'm going to stab someone, preferably a baby head crab. There it is. Come here. I think that's all of them. Just in case, I'm gonna look around this area a little more. There it is. Die. Well, a couple are trapped up here on this invisible ledge. And that one's on the ledge above, so there's no way I can take care of it. Okay, now, we are going to proceed in a minute, but I just want to talk about this chapter, Gonarch's Lair, for a minute. It is easily my least favorite and probably, if this is even possible, objectively the worst chapter. It's poorly put together, not as in like the way it's actually physically structured, but just the way everything pans out. Like you just shoot her a bunch and then she awkwardly just goes to another place, and then you kill her and she just falls out, and then they're just thinking like, I don't know, just make her blow up and put a hole in the ground and the portal's down there. Yeah, just put that in. Jim, I'm tired. Let's just go home. You know, that's how I feel like that went. And plus it's just extremely unfair and annoying. I mean, that last section was hard enough, and this section is hard enough, but even when you kill her, of course, you know, it can't just be over with. 1 million of her little babies... Oh, it's the one in the ceiling. 1 million of her little babies have to come after you and avenge her. It's just annoying, but there's no use complaining about it. Point is, she's finally dead, and we can finally proceed into the next area. And as you can see, when she died, she blew a hole in the ground. So, we're just gonna crouch walk over and land on this ledge here. But Jesus, oh, scared the crap out of me. It's these things. These are Zen trees. They're partly sentient, and they can whack you with their face thing. Honestly, I'm too tired to explain them in depth. So let's just go down here. Please don't whack me again. And then we'll just shimmy along here. And then we can finally use this health pool. Thank God. Jeez. And I'm back to full health, so then we'll go over on this ledge here. And honestly, I'm a little too tired to go into go through the portal into the next area now, so we'll just leave off here. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.